Oh boy, did this game bring a lot of people to their feet when it was first announced this year, and it delivered in spades. So, bringing in one of the big guns for the Nintendo Switch, we have Super Mario Odyssey, a game that actually convinced me to finally buy a Switch, and I don't regret it for a second. It's good old Mario platforming goodness with tons of new features, amazing presentation, and an overall experience that is just good old wholesome fun. But before we get ahead of ourselves, this game has a premise that is actually pretty interesting for a Mario game. So yeah, we got the classic Bowser kidnaps Peach and Mario has to go rescue her as per usual, but this time with a twist that I feel was kind of needed. Instead of just kidnapping Peach with the intent of taking over the Mushroom Kingdom, he actually drags her into a forced marriage, which starts with the kidnapping of a hat spirit named Tiara. In his usual heroic fashion, Mario goes to stop Bowser, but he actually gets trounced and ends up in the Cap Kingdom, where he meets Tiara's big brother Cappy, who is the source of a lot of the awesomeness that this game has to offer, but we'll get to that in a bit. Cappy explains that Bowser is traversing the globe, collecting different artifacts and treasures to put together his scam wedding, and since they share a common goal, Cappy proposes the idea of teaming up. And so, Mario and Cappy embark on a fantastical journey around the world to take down Bowser, stop the wedding, and hopefully get their loved ones back. So yeah, just like the 3D Mario games before it, this is your classic collect enough of the MacGuffin so you can move on scenario. But instead of stars or shine sprites, you're collecting power moons, which are used to power up Mario's new mode of transportation, the Odyssey. And if you aim to complete this game, this is what's going to keep you very busy. Super Mario 64 had 120 stars. Super Mario Galaxy had 242. This game has moons up the wazoo. At least 900 to collect. That is insane. Seriously, power moons are so commonplace in this game that you can go as far as to find one in the trash. But then again, I suppose that explains why Pauline can use them as a power source for New Donk City without batting an eye. Speaking of which, just because there are so many power moons to collect, don't think for a second that it gets old. This game has 15 well-presented kingdoms to explore, all with nooks and crannies to traverse, a treasure trove of cultural and gaming references, and tons upon tons of collectibles. Seriously, Mario has never looked so good in his life, and I will never get over how amazing the festival is in New Donk City. Bottom line, this game is bursting with charm and is presented in such a way that is guaranteed to make you smile. Now let's move on to gameplay. Mario controls just as he has in previous games, but with a bunch of new tricks up his sleeve. Twirls, spins, dives, and rolls. This is the most acrobatic Mario has ever been, making traversing these levels a serious joy, while also making it a speedrunner's dream. Seriously, look this up on YouTube. Watching a speedrunner blaze through this game is something to behold. But that's just the tip of the hat, my friends. The game's real star is Cappy himself. Mario can throw Cappy in different directions, which is used to take down certain enemies, break obstacles, solve puzzles, and add even more to Mario's acrobatic feats. But the game's defining feature is Mario's new capture ability, which allows him to throw his hat onto anything that has the level of sentience, or not in some cases, and take control of it, which adds a whole new layer to this game's already sprawling mechanics. From Goombas to Chain Chomps to Hammer Bros to freaking dinosaurs! All of them are now at Mario's disposal, and I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't a cathartic experience. And that's the thing that really gets me about this game. Every time I picked it up, I always found something that put a smile on my face. Sure, this game is not difficult. In fact, you can probably blaze through the main story in a matter of 4 hours or so. But a lot of the joy of this game is taking your time and exploring everything that this game has to offer. In spite of the urgency that's presented in the game's main quest, I was having the most fun when I was taking in the sights, speaking to the denizens of each kingdom, and having that aha moment when I got that hard-to-reach moon. And if you are looking for that challenge, then by all means go for that 100%. It'll definitely put your skills to the test. What else can be said? Super Mario Odyssey has more than proven to be a worthwhile experience, and among the highest of recommendations if you own a Switch. It may not have won Game of the Year, but it definitely deserves to be among the best. Hats off to you, Mario. You've done it again.